Pirates versus Cape Town City post-match press conference. We're joined by the away head coach, Coach Eric Tinkler. Welcome, Coach. Coach, if you may just give us a brief summary of the match from your perspective.
Yeah, difficult. You're coming to a very, very good team that have, over their past 4 games, shown that they're an extremely offensive-minded team. They've scored a number of goals in their past 4 matches. But we came here to play toe-to-toe without fear. We wanted to come here, put them under pressure, and look to get 3 points out of the match. That positivity, I saw it more in the second half than what I did in the first half. I think in the first half, we said we want to press them, we want to make it difficult for them to play out from the back, and I thought we did that quite well. On a number of occasions, we forced them to play the long ball. Our problem was we weren't picking up those second balls, which then started to cause us problems, which ended up ending in us conceding that first goal. So the ascendancy in the first half, I think, was definitely with them. Our contribution on the ball in the first half wasn't good enough. We didn't find the spaces well enough. We didn't put them on the back foot on enough occasions. So we addressed that at half time. A couple of changes, one forced, the other tactical. And I thought our contribution much, much better second half. And I thought for a good period of 20-25 minutes, we had the ascendancy, we had control, we had opportunities to get ourselves possibly back into the game, to make it 1-1. And then the game changes, second goal. And it's going to come. Why? Because we're committing more numbers, we're looking to be brave, and we lose the ball and we concede a second goal that I've been told is not a goal, but fact of the matter is it's a goal, and obviously that kills the game there for us. And then that ends up being the result.
Do you have any questions from the floor? As per not by show of hands, please identify yourself as well as the media company you represent.
Coach Lorenzi from the Times. Your forwards lost the ball a lot uncharacteristically. The fact that a lot of possession given.
Talk louder. That's not working, so talk louder.
A lot of possession lost uncharacteristically. Is that pressure from 2 straight defeats?
Leave that to you guys to worry about that. No. First off, like I said, our contribution on the ball was poor. And precisely what you mentioned, gave the ball away cheaply. But it wasn't only the front 5. It wasn't only the front players. It was from everyone. We were giving the ball away. We weren't keeping the ball well enough. We weren't getting into the half spaces well enough. We weren't getting close enough to one another because of the press that Pirates apply. So our spacing was too big. So when the spacing is too big, the accuracy of the pass, the weight of the pass becomes a lot more difficult. You've seen this pitch is not the greatest. So the further the pass, the harder the control becomes, and we gave the ball away cheaply. But second half, much, much, much better from everyone.
Coach from the Citizen. Coach, what do you put down this, run of results to, and what do you work on in this period? Because I think you don't have games in the next 3 weeks. What do you try and work on and rectify?
Now, unlike you, I see things different. I don't just look at the result. I look at the performance, and I don't think any team that we've played so far this season has run over us. I don't think any team has shown that they were way, way better than us. So I look at that part of our performance and I focus on that. So that's what's going to be the focus. Look at the errors that we made defensively. The psychological factor, we need to come into these games with a better mindset, because as I said before, we came into this game looking to win. And a lot of coaches coming from other clubs will come here with a different mentality, looking to, hey, maybe we can secure a point. I don't do that. I come here, I want to win. I'm here for 3 points. So I want to play an open game. I want to take the game to the opposition. And I think if I'm seeing my players showing me that they are doing that, I'm going to keep working on it. And it's happened in the past. And we'll recover, because I have the confidence and the belief in the squad that what I've seen so far in terms of our performances, we'll get the results. It's just about a little bit of patience.
Do you have any further questions for the coach? Next 3 questions. Start here. Okay, Limited.
Good evening, Coach. It's Kaniso Chwabu here from News 24 Sport. I don't know how many times we've been asked this question regarding VAR, but that second goal, it doesn't again reopen the debate of VAR again, especially with some of the fluctuations we've seen in officiating in this first part of the season.
Of course it does. Obviously, we would like to bring the technology into our game, because it does make a difference, you know. Like I said to you, that goal shouldn't be allowed. The ascendancy at that time of the game was with us. And we end up losing the ascendancy because we go 2-0 down. So the mindset changes. You know, at that stage of the game, the players start believing that we can get back into the game because they're seeing it. They see that we have control over the match. So those mistakes become extremely costly mistakes that referees and linesmen are making. You know, so if we can bring in the technology to help, we should be doing that.
Coach, it's Tabiso from Radio 2000. Had luck on the result. I just wanted to know if you can give us some insight on Tahir, maybe how you think he played today. And there's no doubt about his potential. What more do you think he can give you, and just what do you make of his progress?
Yeah, I think today, Tahir, for me, was probably the best player on the field. First half, he was a little bit too far, as I said, in our build-up. He needed to get a lot closer. As much as I tried to get that message to him and Kutumela in the first half, it wasn't really happening. But he showed stages in that first half, and control, good awareness of the spaces, awareness of the pressure. It was rare that he gave it away. He has that creativity in that final third, where at times he takes slightly too much risk, because he's always looking for the difficult pass, and sometimes those are very, very hard to find. But I thought his second half performance, he even got better, he got stronger, and he created a number of chances for us. He had a chance himself to score. And if there's an area of his game that needs to get better, it's that element, the scoring element. You know, and I think he's got a bright future ahead of him.
Coach, Sia from Kickoff, hard luck on the last, Coach. Coach, I just wanted to ask, are there any elements of how your team played that you would say were positive? It's difficult to draw positives from the last one.
Yeah, like I said, our contribution in the second half, way better. The way we played in the second half, they struggled to deal with us. We were finding the spaces, and we were creating very, very good chances against them. And you could see that, I think obviously with all the games that had been played, both them and us, they started to tire, and I felt that we were growing, we were getting stronger. The changes I made, all positive changes, and all those changes that came in did make a big difference. And I felt that we looked like we were going to get the equalizer, you know. So those are the positives I take. As I said, the negatives is obviously the contribution we gave in the first half. Why didn't we do that when it was 0-0? It's the same when we played SuperSport. You know, we only started showing our real potential once we went 1-0 down. So the mindset has to change. You know, we're a club that wants to achieve things and win things. So you got to have a winning mentality from minute 1. Not from minute 26 after you 1-0 down. You know, that mindset must change. You know, so I look at those positives, and then we obviously face the other issues that we deal with in training, and we look to fix them. You know, how did we concede the first goal? Was it too easy for Lapasa to find the space to turn and shoot? What could we have done better there in terms of applying the pressure? As I said, today we were always, especially in that first half, we were always a second late to the second ball. We were always late to the ball dropping down in free space. You know, so we need to get better at that. That reaction has to be better.
I think on that note, we've come to the conclusion of our press conference with Coach Tinkler. We'll be back shortly with the Paris coach. Thank you.
Thank you.